that we are at a tie match at the drop. Double gen pop to avoid the deadlock. They do go down. There is a haste status effect. They do have to be careful here. The hatch is going to spawn momentarily. Deadhard could get them the distance to get it too. Shot.
Really smart play on the ace. Oh my god, getting shot through the window.
No longer have distortion, and they are going to teleport here. I think they get there in time. Yes!
Oh, the grab, yes! That is disappointing.
This is be a 4-man out because.
Yeah, but they will be able to block this. Yo, getting caught on that. Ace coming with the body block. Oh, they were here. All right, folks, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. Is this week 4, week 5? I am losing count at this point, but regardless, I'm your host, littlerugaard, and joining me today is none other than Jukebox Champion themselves. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm getting over a hump, which early plug, Rogue Hydration has kept me going this week very much. So thank you to Rogue, and thank you for being a sponsor. Use code COTF at checkout for 20% off. But anyway, we're going into a new game. We got Misery and Petroleum. You remember Petroleum from last year or last season, right?
Oh yeah.
How like you guys went against them, didn't you?
Did we go against them? I honestly try to remember. I don't know if we did.
I want to say that Chronicles had, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I feel like we did at one point, and I just
it might have been in the finals, actually. You guys might have gone into the finals, maybe. I don't know. Because I wanted to say right. Petroleum made playoffs, I think. I forget. I'm actually going blank. Oh, man.
Petroleum did make playoffs, which is why I don't think we played against them.
Oh, they might have been in the other bracket then.
I think they won. Yeah, they won, right? And then we lost ours, I think, which is why we didn't end up playing against them.
But regardless, we have Petroleum and Misery, and we're going to Gas Heaven for an Artist match right off the bat. How do you feel about Artist on this map?
Well, generally speaking, I feel like Killer is pretty weak on this map. Most killers are. But I think Artist has a way of turning these giant maps into more of an even playing field because of how much map control she has. So
for real,
even if the map isn't super favorable for her, and even though it's probably not one of those maps you're going to get consistent like 4Ks on, I think she can get better stages than most killers can on this map.
Honestly, I feel that, and Gas Heaven is such a weird mixture for me. Is I hate these car walls with a passion, and oh my goodness, getting a hit on this arena with those crows, like you said, making this map feel just a little bit smaller.
Yeah, they have a nice gen setup over here, and this could be a very quick down for them, but very patient from this arena here on the pallet. Does not get down. It's able to hold W to the next tile over.
Yeah, doing a really, really good job against this killer here. However, this killer really does make it feel like it's inevitable to get downed. Oh my goodness.
Really good patience, and Zarina taking another dodge, making it again to the tile, although Gen being worked on right next to the chase, a little bit risky on this side here. Probably going to end up taking a tag for that, but hopefully they're working other generators a little bit further away from the chase right now.
I would have to imagine after seeing at least 2 bodies over here, yeah, they definitely spread out, and this is an interesting scenario as, I would say this is almost a guaranteed down if they play this right. Yeah.
Ooh, very nice down there from Ultra. I think this is, yeah, basement hook too, and basement Artist is very dangerous, although looks like he's opting to hook out of basement, which is an interesting thing. Although, I mean, he does have his gen setup over here, that is true.
Yeah, but I say, I would imagine having, a nice hook in the middle of a 3-gen. What more could you ask for from a killer like this?
That's true, and it was also a skirt ship. We saw Payne was the activated top right corner damage generator, so yeah.
That would also
probably why he did that, yeah. Does he have a 3-gen, I wonder? I saw that he has a gen...
it's loose if you count Shack.
It's loose. If you count Shack or main, it's loose. So it's not the greatest gen spread, but again, Artist, everything just becomes a little bit smaller when there's Artist in the game.
I believe that. And so, I don't know about you, I personally never bother trying to defend the main generator. Do you?
I think it really depends on the situation. It's part of your 3-gen. There are some decent 3-gens that include main.
Interesting. Okay.
But yeah, a lot of the times I just let it go because defending main is really hard unless you want to break down the walls, which opens up the loop and like.
Right.
It gets tricky. Also, defending main as artist is tricky because of the lockers there too. So.
Yeah, we
just
see them getting out
overall.
of lockers. Yeah.
Yeah, not a great gen to be defending.
For sure. Yeah, and 1 gen down as they go into second stage here. They know where at least 2 other survivors are.
Yeah, I would assume we see main popping soon, and they would have had to get another gen that's probably like 50-ish%. Just letting the hook stage happen. They need to come in for a double save if they want to pull this. This is probably not the hook you want to let die right now, this early in the game.
Yeah, if they had 2 more gens done like a little while ago, absolutely go further. But yeah, as at this point, yeah, they're gonna be in a bit of a pickle here. And actually, the 2 gens over on Shaq's side too have pretty decent. Oh, they do. Zarina's coming in for the unhook, but I don't know if they're able to get this.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be close. They're setting up for the double save here, although it looks like Zarina is nowhere to be seen in the situation.
I think Zarina might be DCing. I saw her run into that walk. She ran into the rock, and I think she lost her connection.
Yeah, I know that they were having connection issues leading into the match. That's really unfortunate.
That's brutal. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Because yeah, if they hadn't have had that issue, they might have been able to come in. But now I think it's a matter of how many gens can these survivors get done before the 4K happens.
Yeah, it's a 1v2 situation, so I would assume only one more gen will pop here if Ultra plays the rest of this game correctly, which is really unfortunate for the survivors, considering that they definitely could have recovered from that start.
Absolutely, yeah. But internet be that way sometimes. Unfortunately, connected issues do happen, and oh man, oh that was an eruption on that other gen. Okay.
Yep. So 3 perks known so far, and yet another hook. This is so rough for the survivors. They have no gen pressure on any of their generators that we know of, so
right.
yeah, this is looking like a 4K 3 gens just because of that DC. It's just so unfortunate.
Yeah, that's what it's looking at for sure. And I mean, yeah, what can you do, right? It's when it's like when you go into pubs and the survivor gets found first and they just, you know, kill themselves on first hook before the game even starts. Like, you really didn't have a chance, and you do what you can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like that sometimes. Fortunately, with COTF changing over to being set-based now, doesn't mean their game's completely over. If they even I mean, they still have the killer game too. You never know what happens. Maybe Petroleum has a DC on their end. You never know. But like, even if this first set doesn't go their way, they at least have a chance to recover in the other sets.
Absolutely, that is a very good point. And I mean, to be fair, they will be playing Twins next. You never know. Maybe Twins does something completely out of the norm, and you know, just absolutely slaps. Also, I don't know where the exit gates are. Well, okay, there's one there. Okay, never mind. These exit gates are completely killer sided. So yeah, there's really no chance of them getting out.
Yeah, with the Twins match, like, it would only take a few mistakes, but you know, still that would probably get a tie at best. 4K3 is like, I've never seen a result better than 4K3 on Twins, especially on a map like Gas 7.
Yeah, I would be surprised if there was something of that nature, but I mean, we've seen weirder things. Like you said, maybe there's a disconnect on their end too, but unfortunate start here for Misery.
Looks like they're playing for exits, and I mean, if they could get the out, it would be really beneficial for them.
True. Oh yeah, I forgot. Not only are these good gates for the artist, they're really good gates for the artist. Oh, and there's a no way out. It doesn't even matter.
It was doomed from the start.
Doomed from the start, indeed. Adam's saying, "Hey, you know what? We haven't had a good chase this entire match. Let's go cowshed, you know?
Yeah.
Let's 1v1."
I think he makes Shaq Call here wasn't kicked earlier, which
it was.
I forgot it was. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed. Was that a dance with me?
Or lucky break?
Looks like maybe a little bit of a head-on from the Adam there, but
lucky break head-on.
There you go. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, I feel really bad for the survivors of Misery right now. I mean,
Yep.
that's just not how you want to start it.
For sure, but regardless, that will be the 4K result with 2 gens done for the survivors. And well, like you said, probably not going to happen in the Swins match here, but after this one, it's a nurse mirror. So, like you said, and it's on Wrecker's Yard too. Nurse mirror on Wrecker's Yard sounds painful.
Anything could happen there.
For sure. Was there a head on? Yeah. Oh man, unfortunate. Nope, no. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it was Lucky Break, not Dance with Me. Okay, I can dream that we'll see Lucky Break or Dance with Me one day, but yeah, well.
Against Spirit, maybe.
Yeah, I can see that definitely. But unfortunate start for Misery. But regardless, we'll be getting this next set up very shortly, so stay tuned for that, folks. Again, shout out to Rogue for keeping me alive the past 3 days. Making sure that I stay hydrated. Again, they are more than just an energy line. They do have hydration formulas as well. So again, code COTF for that, and we'll be back in just a moment, folks. All right, folks, welcome back to trial number 2, the twins match, which I feel bad for the killer already knowing what the stakes are, but you never know. This is why you play it out, right?
Yeah, always play it out. Like I was saying earlier, though, like it's set 1, so even if this doesn't go their way, they still have 2 more chances, kind of, or I guess 1 more chance that turns into 2 more chances. You would want to put it that way.
As best you can.
Yeah, but like again, unfortunately the map makes it tricky. But with twins, you never know because I was talking through earlier. A lot of teams actually mess up when the win con's easy because they want to play so aggressively. Like, oh guys, we just have to pop 3 gens. Like, let's just push the gens as quickly as possible, and it snowballs, and they end up getting injuries, and then they get down because they're not healing. So, you know, sometimes teams get a little overconfident, and that happens sometimes. And already landing the first hit with Victor.
Ooh. I
see here Ducky is a double speed enjoyer, which is always nice to see.
You'll love to see it. A little bit of progress already on this generator. Survivors are not wasting any time.
Yeah. Fortunately here, Ducky pressuring Ultra off the generator here. So he's got 1 busy with Victor and 1 busy here. So theoretically only 2 on gens, although with the killer instinct happening over there, who knows what 3 survivors are.
True, they do have really, really good knowledge, and as of right now, it seems like most of them don't seem to be on the generators, which, yeah, that's a good break here for the killer, but yeah, they do have Victor back now, so might be able to see what they can do with this pallet with Ultra here.
Yeah, if they can land this hit, it'll be smooth sailing for this down. Hopefully getting the hit there. We love Victor hitboxes over pallets. And I remember I talked to someone, they were asking me like, oh, does crouching really do anything? I was like, not really, because your hitbox is literally like a pillar of light into the sky. Like Victor could hit you like over your head, like way over, and it would still hit you. Just because your hitbox is like a pillar.
Yeah, I've seen what is it? Oh, I don't even know what they're called, but like little sheets showing what the hitbox looks like on a survivor during different animations. It's just ridiculous. Like, why can't the hitbox be a little bit closer to home, you know?
Yeah, really. This should be a down.
Yep.
Yeah, it does not make the window. Down for the first gen, and Deadlock is in play. Also, Thanatophobia is in play, which we forgot to mention.
Oh, right, yeah. Thanatophobia doing a little bit of work there with this 4% slowdown total right now.
Yeah, it does add up over time, especially on twins when you're busy with so much stuff already. The little bit of slowdown really does work for them.
For sure. I actually was kind of annoyed with the way that they nerfed the Thanatophobia. Like, I get what they were going for. I wish it was 3% per survivor, not 2%.
That would help a little bit. I just kind of wish that they were able to, like, make it basically where it was before, but, like... So, I forget how many seconds it made a gen before, like 100-something seconds. Just make it equal the same amount of time. I don't know what percentage that would be, but with 90-second base gens, just, you know, make it a little bit worse. I think that's all they had to do, but they decided to go this direction with it, I guess. Congrats, it's good on, like, 2 killers now. 3 killers. Good on 3 killers.
At least it's not another one that the nurse can just slot in easily and be like, all right, well, okay, technically you can slot any perk on nurse, but I guess I shouldn't say that, but...
I mean, Spirit Fury Enduring on nurse does go kind of hard sometimes.
And there is 2 generators down, 1 more to go to secure the set. And it looks like this survivor's about to go into second stage here, potentially.
Yeah, this could be pretty big if they decide to pull this a little bit too early after the second stage. This could be a tunnel out, which could go well, though it looks like they're deciding to back off. They'll probably slow things down here, reset the Nancy, and then hop on last gen. They only need to pop 1 more to win, so...
True,
Deadlock running out soon. I wonder how much progress is on that generator.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep. There you have it.
They wasted no time at all on these generators. Ultra doing a good job staying busy in the corner of the map while they were able to do gens across the map, and that's exactly what they needed to do to get the win con.
Absolutely. Very, you even said it, like, some teams will get, you know, jump the gun a little bit, be a little bit too aggressive, and Petroleum showing they are just very, very patient and willing to play this out like we need to.
Yeah, and especially on a map as big as God's Heaven, you can even leave some people injured and just work those gens. It's not uncommon because of how safe you are all the way across the map. But
True.
Trying to get the double save going here, and it looks like they actually can't get it.
Oh no!
Doing a good job body blocking this. This could be actually. Oh, they finally got it to work out. So ends up getting a forced penance tag onto the lorry. Although medkit following, that could only mean one thing for the people, but I don't think they got it off in time. But they do have it, so this could be a tunnel out.
Or a multi-slug, depending on how many shots they get off here.
Yup, that's one.
Get it before
Can they get
jump the
more
blocker.
is the question. I think everyone's injured right now. Actually,
Yeah.
this could be a massive snowball if played correctly, although considering the amount of distance they've made now, they've probably all made it to lockers in time, so the pressure will slow down here. Yeah, they all just make it into the lockers. Just take that hook, get that tunnel out, and go from there, I guess.
True. Yeah, it's really unfortunate the way it's turned out because it looks like Twins were kind of set to take this game by storm potentially.
Yeah, at least getting the 4K 2 gens, which would be a pretty decent result considering the map, but all of them staying injured with 2 broken status effects, which is always really good on the Twins. So
True.
If they can just find at least 1 survivor here, they're actually in a good spot.
Especially if it's the survivor that's not broken, then you've got what, another 20-ish seconds of broken status effect before they can even begin healing.
Yeah, definitely. And the gen pressure has probably slowed down to almost nothing now. And if they are pushing these gens and they're risking going down, it looks like they're pushing the gens, and they are a really unfortunate shot there. It's a little tricky sometimes to land these shots in the tiles, and looks like they make it to lockers, but I think nah, not close enough actually. Gonna end up going to this gen, making sure it doesn't get finished because it could be 99 with deadlock.
Yeah, smart play from the Twins here, knowing that there's some survivors over there, but obviously not wanting that last gen to complete. Survivors do have to reset during this time, just playing it to their advantage, playing into the slowness of the game. So
yeah, this gen does not have a lot of progress on it, and I would assume that the survivor that was working it is long gone by now, and if they can't find this reset, they could get a full reset going here.
True, but also these gens are, yes, you have the the massive car wall right here, but this is effectively a really decent 3-gen.
This is a 3-gen, and it's Twins in a 1v3 situation, so this could very easily be 4K1, just because, survivors wanting to meet the win con, they already met it, so they probably don't care as much, but in the process of meeting their win condition, they allowed this 3-gen to happen pretty easily.
True.
Considering they could have been pressuring them while the hook was happening. But again, meeting the win con, it makes sense, but this could mean some good stuff for our Twins here. Maybe recover some morale in the process.
For sure. Yeah, Twins they've only missed, I think, 2 shots this whole game, and played very, very patient. They had high mental fortitude. I just can't play Twins. This killer is such a grindy, slow, methodical killer. I don't have the patience for it.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're the most complicated killer in the game, but they're also difficult. People don't seem to understand that they're. I would put them under the classification of like a specialist killer, right? Like you've got like your normal M1s, you've got your S tiers, and then you got like your specialists. And I think that's where people get it wrong, is they think Twins is like, oh, like any M1 player can play them. I don't actually think that's true. I think you have to be a Twins player to play them.
I can kind of get behind that. Yeah, it's one of the only killers that requires you to, pilot 2 separate entities. Okay, we have a Knight coming out, but Knight is still different than this killer by a long shot.
Oh, by a lot, yeah. Knight is. I mean, I think people describe it as what Legion should have been, which I can kind of understand. Yeah, would have been interesting, but
that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind that at all. And yeah, they're kind of getting to this point where each side is going to go just pure stealth mode on the survivor side. Like, I don't know how you necessarily tackle this 3-gen.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy whatsoever. And yeah, finding another survivor, another injury, he has to leave and go get reset now. And I mean, while you're resetting, you don't even want to have someone on an active gen because they can get interrupted and hit, and then it's just an even bigger process. So I think we're going to be seeing a very slow-paced game happening.
True.
Yeah, and all perks are known at this point, so they do know they don't have to worry about Colubrine or Eruption or Overcharge at least, but I don't think it'll really matter as much, just because
you got
Thanatophobia. You got Thanatophobia, which even though there's only 3 survivors up, again, I think Thanatophobia works on Twins because of all the time wasted doing other things. That plus the Thanatophobia kind of makes up for it, kind of like old family.
Honestly, yeah.
Combine all the time spent. This wall's still not broken, which is really rough.
And we know that there was 2 survivors back. We saw the Killer Instinct before the Victor got recalled, so.
Yep, finding where they were resetting, just barely missing it. Although I don't think this miss will really be a problem if he can just land this shot here. Really nice shot there.
Yeah, keeping someone injured. I mean, this is just going to be a slow-paced game. Like, at this point, it's like, I don't even know what else to say. Just going to keep picking the gens and injuring survivors, and a little bit of a bait there. Balance landing going off towards the shack. I think if he can land, all he needs here is an M1.
True.
If he lands the M1 on a survivor, this could actually be a down on his 3-gen, and that's kind of a guaranteed fast-paced win at that point. There's nothing the survivors can do.
True.
It's the M1, Victor's coming back, and the gens have no progress, meaning that he can leave and go for the down. Although...
The wall's not broken.
earlier,
The wall's not broken, yeah. Just gonna look for the reset here.
Not a bad idea. Oh, and they do get the reset anyway.
Yeah.
So this is 2 stacks at the Netophobia, so they're definitely not getting gens done, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone should be on generators if the reset just happened, unless it was a self-heal of some kind, which I'm gonna be honest, I'm not super familiar with which ones are allowed versus. I know medkit's allowed. I'm not sure about inner.
I would have to go and check the docket. I do know that our lovely moderators posted the specific balancing for twins. Inner healing is banned
Okay,
against twins.
so the only self-heal they have here is the medkit. So with
Double
that double
reset.
reset, I think that's pretty apparent that there is no one on gens right now from that reset. And depending on who the medkit is, it could be empty too. I'm not sure how many times medkit has been injured this game, but it's been at least once, so maybe one more heal left in it. They are playing the long game here. If they can remove the resources, I think if they can break that main wall and break the pallets around the 3-gen, it should be smooth sailing from there, because an M1 into a Victor down is guaranteed at that point.
Right. Yeah. If they already had that wall broken down when they got the hit on Nancy, yeah, that would have been a down. But oh man, it's crazy that this is. Have we ever had a true stalemate? Because I don't remember us having a tried and true stalemate. We had a game that went on long, but I don't know if we had a true stalemate here.
It's hard to say true stalemate in a game like DbD, to be fair, because there's still one side that has the advantage here, even though it looks very stalemate-y. From a quick perspective, there's been no hook stages in 5 minutes, no gen pressure in 5 minutes, nothing but resets for the last however many minutes. It looks like a stalemate, but again, little by little, these resources will vanish.
Looks like a stalemate. I'm sorry. It looks like a stalemate. Smells like a stalemate, but isn't one.
Exactly, and they might have pressured this gen a bit. Looks like they did, but these gens can't be further along than 10 or 15%.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
What'd be also pretty big is if they could get a forced penance hit on one of these survivors too.
Yeah, a forced penance, an M1 or a forced penance hit would pretty much spell victory. But without the resources being all gone, it looks like they're actually committing chase here at Shack, and if the Shack pallet is gone, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Shack pallet's gone, but they had lied to get away from the window.
This pallet's gonna go too. Yeah, these resources are vanishing very quickly.
Very true. And I imagine, yeah, both these swords are probably on this hill gen. I believe it was Nancy that had the balance landing.
Yeah, that gen has a little bit more progress now, putting a little bit more pressure on the twins, although they are going to get an M1 here most likely. And they're running mid-map. This could be a down with Victor.
They're going to try it.
They have the pallet here, but I don't think there's much you can do with it. They're dying under pallet, so... Yep. Someone is nearby for that pallet save, but I think the only person nearby is, the Nia, who does have the medkit.
This is an interesting spot. Yeah, all survivors are injured now.
All survivors are injured. No one can pressure that hill gen, which had a lot of progress. If they can hook this on the hill gen and then kick it, even without Call of Brine, it'll regress, and I don't think they can make that deeper hook. Unfortunate that they can only take a middle hook here. Yeah.
Well, survivors have to wait until they read a reset to even come back for this. Is there
True,
even a deeper hook?
Yeah, there's the one over here and off in this corner.
Okay, I didn't remember there was one.
If Ducky can find the reset here, it's over. And with the map being the way it is, I think the reset is honestly pretty easy to find. You know they're not going to be on this entire half of the map. So the reset would have to be off towards the other car pile.
Right.
Although it looks like he's opting to camp his 3-gen even more rather than find the reset.
I would be curious if they would have snuck back on this corner gen, just try something super ballsy.
Yeah, he hasn't checked it in a while. I would assume no one's on it.
Yeah,
but
there's
the double reset. They were probably resetting off in the top corner over here, the car pile. So, This should be a pretty easy second stage secured.
Not to mention if they manage to get one of them coming in with Victor before they're able to get the unhook, they have to go back and reset. That could be the entire rest of it.
Yeah, I don't think they can. So they can't really get a generator done in this time. And they have to save this. And if they come in to save this, they either 1, risk getting hook grabbed, or 2, have to double save. And if they have to double save, they're going to get force penance hit, and that's going to be a loss. So
True.
They are in a very bad spot here. Body blocking the pallet. Very well played there by Ducky. Getting the hit. Hook save does come in for that, but
that looks
yeah,
like it's
lots
going
of
to be renewal.
Oh, that's there's a self-heal perk I forgot about.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one too. So really useful for the Nancy there, getting renewal value.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty huge. Pretty huge. Getting that free reset, meaning that she can just hop right back on that hill gen now.
True.
I think Ducky realizes and is going to go back to his 3 gen. Finding Momo here, though, with the injury. Yeah, have to play Shack window now. This is risky, but he has his Victor back.
Is that a... Did they run outside? Oh, I didn't even realize they ran outside.
Yeah, they're taking it as far away from the 3 gen as possible. They were probably expecting to die on the edge there, but Ducky not wanting to take any risks on these generators.
True. Nia seems to be over here, and that gen has regressed significantly from where it was, but...
Yeah, Nancy has not been seen in a while, so they're either resetting Lori right now, or they snuck onto the 3 gen back here, which it looks like she did. This gen has a little bit more progress now.
Another pallet out of the way, and that's another hit. Every survivor's down, but Victor did get recalled here.
This could be some slugs.
Nancy's got to play very, very carefully here. It looks like did they just go to the basement?
Looks like they did. I think yeah, they're trying to get in the furthest locker away. Going for the locker pull right away when they probably could have played
They reset
outside the locker, but yeah, I don't think anyone's on your oh wait, the Nia had medkit. Nia had medkit. No, giving up that down. I think that's gonna cost them a little bit here.
Yeah, survivors have a good split here. Look at the 2 separate gens being pressured. Both these survivors are injured though. They have lockers.
Yeah, they're using the lockers effectively. They could, if he locks him in right now, he does make it in time. It's just a matter of how progressed this hill gen is. If he just, that's a massive misplay from the survivors. That's gonna, honestly, I think that kills all their chances of breaking this 3 gen right here.
It very well could. That gen that Lori was on did have a lot of progress. This gen has no progress. Victor's gonna take a piggyback ride, and I think this might be lights out for the Lori. I don't know how you get this unhooked back here.
Yeah, and especially since they have to go reset now, they can't pressure. These gens are gonna regress to nothing, and yeah, this, yeah, not using the locker. If they just stayed in the locker, use your lockers, kids. Remember.
I think the Netophobia did quite a bit of a number on these generators too, just because at any given time it was 2 to 4% slowdown, and that adds up real quick.
A nice corner hook too. Corner hooks are so strong in these situations.
Absolutely.
And yeah, they have to go reset now. The medkit has got to be empty by now. I think that was a skill check. So they know where the reset is. They have the hill. I think they're worried about someone playing aggressively, but I don't think they have to worry about that. Based on how these survivors have been playing, they're definitely resetting off towards, I think, main building here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's see if there's okay. You gotta go for those sometimes.
Yeah, you never know. Oh, and Nia was trying to sneak back here. This might be the end.
They shouldn't have kicked Victor there. They should have just hopped in locker because they might not have caught the save coming in. You get the scrap, yeah.
Yeah. Unless they're
they don't even they don't even have
for
to.
the unhook.
Yeah, they can just go for Nancy now. Them not getting a reset going here is going to cost them quite a lot because I don't think they can get out of this. They don't get the hook save. It goes second. Like, yeah, the pressure is getting to them now.
Just a little bit. I mean, it is such a tough game from both these players' perspective. Like, as a team, you have each other to lean on and talk to, but this killer's just kind of sitting by themselves, trying not to go insane.
Yeah, this killer. I mean, it's a 2v3 right now.
Yeah.
So, Not a whole lot you can. Not a whole lot you can do if you're the survivors here. Like I said, once it gets down to that, if there's a 3-gen and it's a 1v3, I mean that's just guaranteed loss if the Twins plays well, which Ducky has played well up to this point. So not a lot you can do.
Yeah, I imagine we will see maybe a reset from the survivors here, but what are the? I guess it comes down to what do the exit gates look like now?
Yeah, just play for the out. Got the one up towards main building, and I would assume, based on not seeing this one, the other one's probably up towards the car pile.
Opposite of Shack, I guess.
Yeah, that's my guess. Because I don't see it anywhere near the 3-gen or Shack, so
Yeah, same.
honestly, decent gates for the survivors at least, but
Yeah, trying to get visual on where this other exit gate is. I think you are right. It is behind the car pile over here. Which, yeah, pretty decent. But again, Twins, I imagine Twins can hold an exit gate situation pretty easily, right?
oh yeah, as definitely with one survivor left, they're not getting out if you play it right. You just have to swap back and forth pretty often. As long as you do that, you're good to go.
This was a very long game. I think this might actually beat our previous game. Last week we had a game that went about 20-ish minutes. This game is probably going to go about 25 minutes.
Wow.
It's a Twins game, though. It's kind of what you expect, especially when it grinds out to a halt like this.
Yeah, down to the 3-gen situation. Yeah, it's just long at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird because like lately, honestly, Twins games that I've been playing recently have been really short because I've adapted to a new style of Twins where I play very aggressively.
Oh.
And so yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. And so seeing like the classic 3-gen Twins play style, I just forgot how long these games can get.
Fair.
Honestly. I just kind of forgot how long these games get. Especially, like, you never expect this on Gas Heaven, too. Like, this is the kind of stuff that you expect on ARP, on Suffo.
Right.
Maybe Sanctum or Cold Tower.
Oh.
Gas Heaven, though, like, you just never see this.
Nancy is Death Hook, which means if they hook back there, they're not going to be able to stop the hatch from spawning.
True.
Yes, they
have
gotta find this
this
Nia.
other survivor. Yeah, they're probably just going to play... they have to play. They're playing for bleed out now, which is gonna make the game last even longer.
It is. Again, at least now bleed out does award points, so
Yeah.
you don't have a complete scenario where everything's lost. And to be fair, they are Death Hook, so they would be losing 1 point anyway if it wasn't. But yeah, now it's yeah, we gotta wait another 3 minutes.
If they're on Death Hook, then they don't lose any points for it.
Right.
So they could literally just sit on the hatch now if
Yep.
they wanted to. Oh,
Go set
man.
Victor by the survivor.
I think the only thing they can do here, it's weird, but if they 99 their bleed out and then pick them up,
Right.
then they can play the I think it's referred to as the trauma tech with the hatch. But
I've heard it's Nightlight Tech, but yeah.
I think Trauma did it originally, and then Nightlight did it in the Swish tourney, which was like really like it was a very hyped tourney. There were a lot of people watching, so I think that's why.
That's
I
very
have
possible.
heard both as well. Yeah, I think that's just kind of what happened. But yeah. Oh, this is and the funniest part about all this is that the set's already over.
Yeah. I mean,
They're just playing for
honor.
honor. At this
Exactly.
point.
Yeah. Playing for honor is the way to go, and I love to see it because we all know if they hadn't have had an internet problem, this would have been a super close game, and this would have been really, really intense the entire time.
Yeah, I think like with the artist not having a tighter 3-gen like this Twins, I honestly think that they could have won this because they could have popped all the generators. I think it would have been 4K0, maybe 4K1, which would be a tie at this point anyway. So yeah, that internet, it's so unfortunate, especially when you see a game like this where it very could have easily been a tie or a win.
Agreed. That would be crazy if they were on this back gen.
Imagine.
Oh, that would have been brutal.
And then the person on the ground has adrenaline and gets in the door.
Oh no, be too strong for me. Yeah, just checking all these lockers.
Where are they?
This is the one time where I kind of wish we had a little bit more than a minute delay, because I would definitely go around and start checking for the survivor. Like, okay, where have you been, little missy?
I mean, basement's an option. Crouch like in the car piles can be kind of stealthy sometimes, depending on what you're wearing. Just all the little nooks and crannies on this map.
True. I think you're right. I think they are coming back here to make sure that you don't see a 99 tech. I would definitely be camping the survivor just a little bit.
Yeah, as the survivors, that's what I would be playing for here. Even though it's a little bit tricky to pull off, I think it's the best option. Yeah, making sure they're not in the hatch lockers here, like.
Yep.
Because I mean, they could just hop out of a shack locker and run straight to hatch. It's just a free hatch. It's just free hatch at that point. So.
True.
I mean, Charlotte parked on hatch too, and it's just.
Yes, the end of the survivor comes out from hiding, getting close. All right, we are about 20 seconds at most. I'm gonna swap and see. They are gonna do the 99 tech.
Yeah. That's what they're going for. That's yeah. Honestly, like, not surprised that's what we're seeing. If they can make this work, then they can get the fresh out here. Or I don't know if it's fresh out. Is that a fresh out?
Yeah, it will be.
Oh yeah, okay. That would be pretty.
But
massive.
they found Nia, and they got the hit. Oh, this gets so weird now. Oh my goodness, I'd come take a ride. Oh my goodness.
Nia getting found here is actually a mistake on the survivor's part, because now Nia can just get hooked for free.
True.
And yeah, I think their best option was either getting on the hatch at the same time, or actually even that wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'm really not sure. I think they were both trying to line up and head back to the hatch, but they didn't get a chance to. And now with Victor being recalled, but Nancy is here for the body block.
I don't think this can. I don't know what they're planning at this point, because I think as long as you just ignore the Nancy, as long as you are very precise and only down the Nia.
Yeah.
Oh, but the heel tech. That's what's. Yep.
You gotta keep hitting him away.
Yeah, I think that they can. I think that they can pull it off. Actually,
they should be able to. Yeah, they're in a position where they should.
As long as they don't slip up and accidentally tag the Nancy, which could happen.
Yeah, don't you lose your hitbox when you're healing a survivor like this? Oh, good job from them.
Yeah, they're just readjusting it.
Oh,
oh no. I can already hear the comms right now. Why are you holding W? I told you to stop moving.
Oh no.
Oh no. That's
unfortunate.
Problems. Yeah, now all they have to do is just smack this person, and them dying is full points because of their death hook. So
right.
Yeah.
Incoming deliverance.
What a long. Yeah, imagine if deliverance were allowed. That would be insane.
I would cry so hard.
Yeah, interesting game played out here, and running the M1 chase. I respect it.
There's the bleed out. They timed that so well. Look at that 1 second after down, and there's the bleed out. They had that ready to go.
Yep. 4K1 though on Gas 7 is, I would say, a very good result in front. So.
For sure. Really, really well played. Even though this ended up being a 28-minute game. My goodness.
That's insane.
What a game. This is a live balance landing, and yeah, nothing on this survivor for exhaustion. They were just going straight for the jugular. I love it, but oh, they even had the unbreakable. Oh wow. My goodness. I don't know about you, Chukebox, but I feel like I need a break after that game.
Yeah, I'm glad we get one right now. So.
Oh, for sure.
Gotta recover.
Just a little bit. And with that said, we're going to take a short intermission. Again, going to probably hydrate a little bit. And if y'all didn't know, you are only sponsors. All the bits, all the subs, all the watch time on these ads goes a long way helping us out on the back end. And we do appreciate. I'm going to go get a drink. We'll be right back, folks. All right, folks. I don't know about you. I needed that break as much as anybody else, but we are back at it. We're going to be going to the Wrecker's Yard for a nurse mirror, and Misery will be killing right off the bat again. Ducky, fresh off of the Twins, is going to be playing nurse. How would you feel about this?
That's quite the tempo shift. From the methodical Twins match we just saw, and now heading straight into one of the most aggressive killers in the game. It's like both teams are going to get a bit of whiplash here. It's very aggressive switch.
Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I love a good Twins. I love a good nurse, but yeah, the play styles of these two are just completely polar opposite. And you know what? It's great because DbD has a huge cast of killers, and I love that.
Yeah, and everyone's, every killer plays so differently that yeah, you just get games that are different, like you said.
Variety is the spice life, and I think that's why Dead by Daylight definitely just has longevity going for it. Is no game is similar. Every game is so different, and honestly, this Nancy's doing the Lord's work over here on this chase. Not even have to use the beamer fully yet. What an absolute champion.
Yeah, dying edge map too, which is the exact thing you need to do, but using the beam a little bit there, getting some distance, and it's so weird not hearing the chase music, I must say.
I really dislike spectator bug from the nurse. It's been around for like 4 months, I think. Maybe longer. It's been annoying, but regardless, corrupt intervention is over now, and I guess now we have to figure out what perks the nurse has brought. Do they bring an endgame build? Oh, that is a deadlock, so that's one down. How did they get unhooked?
Wow.
What crazy!
They had someone on that pole so quickly, which makes me think that there's an anti-tunnel in this. This has got to be DS, I would assume.
Maybe?
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like that should hit.
I kind of feel like it should too, honestly. It's Nancy doing a lot with very little, it feels like. And they do end up going down. Yeah, you have to be right. This has to be DS bait, right?
I feel like it does, but where she died makes me think maybe not, because, yeah, she didn't die anywhere where she would get distance from an exhaustion. So I think that whether she had DS or not, she just gets 2-tapped there.
Unfortunately,
She didn't make the tile, yeah.
Arguably did a really good job extending these blinks out. Normally, like you said, it's normally a 2-tap. Nurse had to do a couple blinks to get it there. So
yeah, and Nancy did what she had to. She swapped where the pressure is now. So now Nurse is on this side of the map,
but there's
where the
two
generator
gens.
pops them. They can get on the gens on the other side now, though. So
that's
now
fair, yeah.
Nancy, yeah, she swapped where the Nurse is, which then swaps where the survivors can be. So she did exactly what she had to do. Even though the chase was quick, she did exactly what she had to do. So
that's a fair point.
This is looking like anyone's game at this point. Getting the unhook, that could be for the people, considering how far Nurse is, although not getting it off.
I'm really
this might have
confused.
been a premature pull, I think. No anti-tunnel, there's no DS, and no for the people play.
Good luck,
Nancy's just gonna have to extend this as long. Yeah, very good. She just has to extend this as long as she can. Ooh. Getting the down. And yeah, survivors are aware of eruption.
They very much are, and I'm trying to get that palace. I'm not gonna get it. Taking a hit instead. This is death hook.
Death hook, getting a free injury, which is just the pressure they need off of getting the kill. I think that's probably one of the hardest parts about playing a killer like Nurse, is right after you get that first tunnel out, you just don't have any pressure. You have to reset all your pressure back and then get that down. But now with that free injury, I think they have a little bit more leeway now.
Just a little bit. They have a target they want to go for, but I don't think they've seen the Nia yet. Oh, the Nia got reset.
Quick reset, yeah. Could have been an inner, maybe hopping on Shack Walker, or medkit as well. Is botany allowed? I always forget.
I believe botany is allowed against Nurse. I forget.
Okay, it could have been a number of things then. Although finding the scratch marks here.
Worth noting, they did touch that generator, so they are also very aware of overcharge. Which, by the way, I loved overcharge before it got buffed, but ooh, they do another gen in the corner, so only 2 gens left. Survivor's doing a really good job here.
Yeah, opting to leave and check on the generator over here. I don't think there would have been a chance for a survivor to sneak over there. So losing a little bit of their pressure right now.
This does feel like something of a 3-gen for the Nurse, though.
I guess sort of, yeah. Oh wait,
2 back here, and you've got 1 over to the side.
Yeah, that is actually a 3-gen. That's a pretty solid 3-gen too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a well-placed hook there is very strong. So
they did see a survivor back here. I think they're just trying to catch one of them off guard.
Yeah, they just need to get an injury here at least.
Ooh, very close. Yeah, it's I'm not gonna lie, this is starting to feel kind of like the Twins game a little bit.
Yeah, unfortunately. Ducky apparently very, very fond of the 3-gen. And I think what I was saying earlier about the Nancy going to the other side of the map and getting the gens on this side, I don't think they knew about that 3-gen.
They may not
I think if they had known about that, they wouldn't have had her run there. They would have had her run below Shack. I want to say bottom side, but I don't think our viewers will know what that is. So, towards where the finished generators are on the other side.
Right, and a
Instant
huge reset. Yeah.
Wow, they are resetting all pressure instantaneously. This is looking like the Twins match again.
I'm getting deja vu, and we're only 5 minutes in. Somebody hit a crow. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if Ducky saw that.
They might have decided maybe to go for the Lori despite that.
They also could be baiting them to get on the deep gen, maybe, so they could get it down.
I don't know if that feels like a mistake if the survivors go for that one.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't think that survivors would make that mistake, which is why I think that taking this chase is probably their best bet.
For sure. Using these new tiles really, really well. I feel like these new tiles aren't great against most killers, but against a Nurse, they're kind of difficult to keep track.
Yeah, funnily enough, I think these tiles are actually really good against Nurse. Compared to other tiles, like especially this maze tile, like I think maze tiles are stronger against Nurse than a lot of the other tiles. Ooh, this gen pretty close.
It is. Trying to get a tag on this Lori. Oh, running into it.
Oh my goodness. Lori losing track of the nurse.
Oh. And a quick reset on the Nia as well. They need to be careful here. I'm surprised they're not opting to kick these gens and get them regressing a little bit. Oh my goodness, they're about to pop both of these.
Yeah, so much pressure has been put on these gens already. The further one away definitely does pop here, and there's no way they can get the eruption in time. Yeah, and if they get this down, they won't get the eruption on the gen because deadlock is gonna remove their eruption here.
True, true. However, I imagine you'll be able to hook in this corner, and they will never be able to save.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh no!
That was so close.
Letting go of the flashlight just a little bit too. So close.
It was really
it's
close.
So tricky to time that sometime. And
wait, there's no hook over here?
What?
Oh, that's horrible RNG.
There's no way. Wow, that is there. Why is there no hook there?
I don't know.
Wait,
I know there's one that died over here, but there should be one further back.
Yeah, what hook did Nancy die on? Was it the deep one over there? Was there one there?
It wasn't a deep one, was it?
I don't think so. I thought she died further down. Oh, that's so rough.
That
hook was everything.
It was, yeah. Honestly, I think they get that gen done now. Because they didn't... Oh, they failed the overcharge skill check, though.
That's going to regress it by quite a lot. But the thing is, they can just keep dying over there now.
Yeah.
And they could even if they can't break the 3-gen, they can still waste so many points from bleed out.
They really can. I am shocked that there was nothing back here. I'm trying to see where this hook was. I didn't think the hook was that deep back.
I didn't think so either. Man, Nurse is just in a really unfortunate spot here.
Really are.
They have a little bit of time to go for this chase, though.
Yeah, Lori might be taking a tag here. Really, really good job doubling back.
Probably alive.
Most likely. Yeah, they got some serious distance off of that. Nurse is going to commit, though. No? Okay. About to say, that's a dangerous commitment.
Yeah, they're in a better spot here. If Lori doesn't have inner, then they actually could bring this back now because they can go for the Nia pretty safely.
Yeah, I do not like this bleed out music on Nurse. This doesn't go well.
No, it really doesn't. I feel like I'm watching an intro to like a saw trap.
Honestly, I get that.
Same
Ultra this
energy.
whole... Oh my goodness, are they leaving Ultra for the bleed out tech?
I think that's what they're doing because Ultra's fresh hook, which would deny a lot of points. And honestly, with that bleed out alone, that makes the win condition for the other Nurse like insanely easy, considering.
True.
So, I think that's just really good. I think that he has to pick Ultra, even though it'll allow a survivor to be up, which is not what you want here. It's
I mean, you can 2-tap them after that, right?
Yeah, he could make it pretty far in though, depending on where he is. If Ultra just crawls back deeper into that area, then I don't think there's a lot Ducky can do.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just because of the hook spawns. Getting the down on the Lori here, though, that's a bit of pressure back. And this strategy hurts them a little bit because only one survivor's up now.
Right, right.
They might opt to pick Ultra here, but I don't think they would. If they let Ultra bleed out here, their win con is so solid that...
True. Going for a closer hook as well.
I'm trying to remember who got the first unhook, because there still could be a deli somewhere.
That's a fair point. Yeah, I don't think there's any progress hardly.
I think they're just playing for Ultra bleed out here. I don't think they care about the rest of the
That's crazy. There's no hook back there.
Letting Ultra bleed out, yeah. And letting Ultra bleed out is almost like popping gen, so it's like
true.
You basically deny points for it, which is almost like gaining points. So yeah, man, this is just I feel like Misery got like doubly screwed over here by the DC and now there's the bad hook RNG. It's just so unfortunate to see.
It really is, and it looks like there's a DS play coming in here.
DS probably into the live on the pallet, I would assume.
Yep.
Or the window maybe, but either way they're gonna get distance here. They didn't actually vault anything. Wait,
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good for Ducky. Although Ducky checking his, I don't think these gens are far enough along that you need to worry about them. Well, they picked Ultra.
They did, so they are gonna 99 tech the.
He can just let Ultra live now. Wait, was it 99?
I think it was 99. Yeah.
That's really unfortunate.
It's brutal. And I don't think they're gonna possibly let them get the get a grab off of something. Obviously, you should just be allowed to grab survivors when they're healing. That's the fix.
Maybe that's the issue here.
Yeah. Second hook on the Lori, but yeah, now Ultra can just do gens with impunity.
Yeah, you can't stop him because you can just no fear stick to the gen.
Oh, it looks like that's the unhook as well. Oh, that's so brutal. Yeah, I mean, obviously you get to secure the most points by going up to Nia. I understand this play.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's not a lot of gen pressure right now, so they have a little bit of leeway to leave and get some chases going. But I'm racking my brain. My brain is going a mile a minute right now, trying to figure out what you do in this. Like, I've never been in a situation like this, so I haven't.
Right.
I'm trying to think, like, what do you do when you've got someone who's literally just a bomb walking around, right? Like,
yeah.
As soon as you down them, your game ends. So, what do you do to play around that? How do you adapt to that?
I guess, what are the odds that they're not quite 99? And so, like, obviously your worst case. Oh my goodness, you can take body blocks.
Yeah, I think he realized that a second too late. I thought he was going for it, and then you saw him do the double back. Yeah. He had done that though. Oh my.
I guess in the situation, you can't blink hit them, right? Because that takes that much more time for fatigue.
Yeah.
So if you can't blink swing, you have to hit normally, and then hope that, what is it, 2 seconds of cooldown is enough to, like, get the pickup? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you just kind of have to hope that they messed up and didn't perfectly 99 at this point.
Yeah.
I think your only option here is to just find Zello and hook. Like, Zello can just hide across the entire map.
Yeah.
And then Ultra can just do a gen, and they could. Wait.
Nia got a little bit ambitious, thinking that they were gonna go for the down immediately, and they didn't.
Kind of similar to what we saw last game. No, Ducky, go back.
But I say, yeah, go for.
Yeah. If Ultra dies here, Zello just gets hatched for free.
Yeah. Do you chance it?
I don't think you do. You need to chase Nia. If you
down...
I'm
surprised they didn't chase Nia. I guess they didn't want this gen finishing?
He's regressing it with overcharge right now.
Yeah?
Oh, man. But Ultra could just hop on the gen. There's no reason not to in this situation. Wait, Ultra's bringing it a little closer to... I think he's trying to bait it. Give him false hope, like, hey, look, I'm kind of closer to the shack. Maybe you can make it in time, but
yeah.
I think Ducky realizes that too. He needs to chase Nia. That's the only way he's gonna get good points out of this game.
Nia touched this gen. Yeah, because they kicked that. Nia's over here somehow.
This could be decent.
I'm just really surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't take the chase at shack, but...
Yeah,
goodness,
I think
what
they're
do you
trying
do
to
here?
They're trying to save as many points as possible, because imagine they pop the last gen and get the bleed out.
Right, yeah.
That would be really bad. So I think they're trying to still hold their 3 gen at the same time, but I don't think these gens are far enough along. I think you can risk it.
Well, you can't hook Ultra back here. We know that much.
Downing Ultra there would definitely be a loss, even if it's not perfectly 99. You pick him, then take him where, and then you have to flick him, and then that'll kill him. So.
Oh, there's Nia's scratch marks though.
Finding Nia, that was a bit of a misplay. I think they can actually get the down here if they commit to it, which they've been having trouble committing their chases recently. They've been leaving, going back to the future, but I think now that they for sure know 3 generators are below 10%, they feel very confident going for this chase now. I think it was the unknown that was stopping him from doing it earlier.
That might have been too, yeah. What is this? Okay, there you go. I was about to say, like...
Okay. New nurse tech?
There you go, yeah. Oh, is this the Lucky Break survivor? It is.
Lucky Break overcome at that.
However, they didn't lose enough... And they aren't going to be able to get away...
Right,
yeah, there's the scratch marks coming back as well.
Alright.
This is a better case scenario for the killer here, but...
Imagine this is their deliverance.
It very well could be, honestly.
I don't think he would put Deliverance on an Overcome Lucky Break build, though. That's the only thing that's making me think maybe not. There's no... I don't
Right,
think he
yeah,
would.
it's a breakable sprint burst, yeah.
Most of the time it's Sprint Burst and Unbreakable, most of the time.
Right.
I mean, maybe they got a little wacky with the builds.
I
think Delay Lucky Break's not bad. Oh, no, I didn't even think about what happens here.
Oh, goodness. Having that early of a survivor that's ready to bleed out, that is... I swear, if that's what comp comes to, where it's like, the first survivor that goes down, you just try and 99 their bleed out, I'm gonna die.
I think this is very niche, though. I think it's just weird that we're seeing it twice in one day, but
True,
I don't think it works
in all situations, because again, leaving that survivor on the ground for that long means you're playing like a 1v3 or 1v2 if there was a tunnel out. So,
Right.
I mean, it's very easily counterable. I think it's just this specific circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
No hook over there in the 3-gen. Like, I think that's what caused it to happen. I think it would be really funny if Ultra accidentally hopped in a locker. Like, maybe he's trying to vault the window and he hops in a locker. I think that would be really funny.
They finish a generator.
Oh my gosh. No.
Oh my word.
And now he can, yeah, no, there's nothing. Like, Ultra just goes over to hatch now, right?
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know what Ducky does here.
Now they go for the unhook.
Wait, he's letting the unhook happen.
Oh my god.
This is insane. At this point, do you just down Ultra and like take the chance? I don't know.
I think you just stick to Nia and get your points from Nia because.
But now
you're not
Ultra
gonna get
can open the
points
exit gate and get out.
Wait, you're right. Yeah, that was. Oh, I don't think he
Okay.
can anymore.
Yeah, that definitely can now.
I think he just has to finally commit and down Ultra. Yep. That.
Oh, there's the sprint burst. Wait, so hold on. This survivor has deliverance?
Oh my, probably, actually.
What is this? This is like pocket aces.
Yeah, I mean, and it's flashlight. It has to be. There's no way that's not Deli. He could actually get to the door. Oh no.
Okay, they didn't
I
run
want-
immediately.
Yeah, I think that Ultra could actually get the door. Okay, he missed his chance. Still though, this is gonna be a huge point loss.
Agreed. Wait, you can also set up Nia. Nia might be on top of the hatch right now.
Oh my. You can't let Ultra get out
No,
the
Nia's
door.
not on the hatch.
You can't let Ultra get out the door.
Yeah, Ultra out the door is like a death sentence.
Yeah, that's a fresh out. You can't let that happen.
Can you imagine if Nia had Unbreakable and gets the door? Ultra's gonna get the door. Oh my
No.
goodness.
You just have to, yeah, just wait. Maybe.
Nope, they bleed.
Maybe. Nah.
Actually, so yeah,
Wow.
if they'd hit Ultra normally, without the fatigue, they could have
might
picked up.
have.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is such a weird circumstance to happen.
That's brutal. Yeah, I think that's the equivalent of getting a. I think that is the equivalent of getting a survivor out with like a stage left or something.
I think it might be 2 stages.
It might be almost 2 stages. Yeah, that is insane. Because yeah, that's
Wait,
that's 3 points denied.
3 points
Goodness.
denied. Yeah, 3 points denied is the equivalent of 3 stages at the gate, right? Basically.
Yeah.
So that's basically they like got a fresh out practically. I think.
Without
I'd have to do the math without the but.
I think you had it right as far as like point differential. It's like 2 stages got out.
Okay, I'd have to do the math on it, but yeah, either way, makes the win con a lot easier.
True. Misery's Survivor Squad is gonna have to play absolutely out of their mind here. This is the first match of the day, and it's already been some really, really weird shenanigans going on. There's 2 separate
Yeah.
scenarios where we had a bleed out.
Yeah,
What a time to be alive.
for sure.
Oh goodness, but regardless, with that said, we got one last bit of that nurse mirror coming up, so we're gonna stick around for that. In the meantime, again, you are our sponsors, the viewers. Yes, you. We do appreciate you guys sticking around through these ads, subs, bits, everything does help us out along the back end. We do appreciate it, and I don't know about you, I'm gonna need another hydration break here.
For sure.
Oh man, but we'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, everybody, welcome back to possibly the final trial. I don't know. If this goes to tie breaks because Misery is able to pull this one out, I'm going to be screaming because the third set's going to be a treat.
All right,
Yeah,
so
right, there we go.
Oh, Zello on the nurse, and the current situation is Zello needs to get 11 stages to win if we come this correctly. So
Yep.
Survivors need to 10 stage, which means they need to get either 2 death hooks out or 1 second hook out of the gate, or 1 first hook out of the gate. I mean. So yep, I think it's definitely doable from both sides. Wrecker's nurse has been known to get out of in the past, so
True.
I think this is definitely doable.
Absolutely.
This is gonna be a close match either way. Okay.
I would tend to agree, and both sides have played very, very precisely. Again, the one hiccup being the internet, and if again we've talked about it several times. If it wasn't for the internet, it would have been a very close game. So,
Absolutely.
I think both these teams came to play.
Yeah, definitely. And I think something worth mentioning is Zello is EU, and I think every serve is NA on Misery side. So there might be some Pokos to play here as well, which I'm just realizing, which could give them a slight advantage here. But yeah, I think this is pretty much anyone's game at this point.
I would tend to agree. And oh my goodness, the hook stage music on Nurse, I hate it.
This bug needs to get fixed.
Honestly, for real though, for real.
It took them so long to fix the original Spectator. Ooh, really good tag onto the Serena here, taking a distance. Unfortunately, gonna go down as well. This is looking like a potential snowball here.
Very possible, and they want to get this gen done as well.
Yeah, that first gen gonna get kicked too.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that's rough.
Really is. Currently, Survivor still on hook. Nobody going for the unhook just yet. Second hook incoming, still at 5 gens. This is a really rough start. They do finish a gen though. Which one was it? And they get the unhook. Is this an unhook before? Yeah, they don't hit second.
That's actually really key here.
True. And it was the generator that was kicked, so Survivors are well aware there is overcharge. So we have Deadlock, Overcharge, and Corrupt as 3 perks we know about currently.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, 2 slugs though. This is just such an insane start.
Yeah, the snowball here is insane, and recovering from this is really hard. It looks like the pickup happens onto the
Nancy, I think?
Nancy, and yep, and so that could have been unbreakable as well though, but unsure.
True.
As of now. Ada gets reset, and yeah, the pressure's gonna slow down here a bit from Survivors, although they might have a gen that's decently close right now, which is what they need.
Very possibly. We
Haven't had
saw
a
the
good look
Deadlock
at
on the back gen, right?
Yeah, on the back gen. I think that means that one was probably 40 or 50%, which means it should be popping soon.
Very little progress on the hill gen.
Yeah, and they do have a.
Oh, Ada got caught out.
Basically. Oh no.
Yeah, they saw that coming in. I don't think they're gonna be able to get this unhooked safely.
Yeah, this could be a death at 3 gens, it looks like, if that other gen pops, which is really bad. But looks like they're opting just if they can't get hook grabbed here. If they get hook grabbed, this game is over on the spot.
True,
if this person dies, it's also over. So you have to take the risk. And going for a double save is oof, so patient here from Zello.
For real though.
And this is EU to NA as well. So.
Oh no!
No.
And they get tagged with worse. This is gonna be a 2-tap. Second gen finished. Hill gen being blocked here, so they did finish that back gen. Okay.
That's stock. Ada can make a little bit of work here now, and she's taking the chase away from all the gens though, and Zello leaving, stopping these gens from getting done.
I'm curious how much progress this Hill gen has a significant amount of progress. That one's almost done actually.
Yeah, they did not waste time with these hook states, which is exactly what they needed to do in order to make something of this game. Lyth coming in here from Ace, and he gets hit anyway, but he can take distance out of the generators now. Yeah, they might be able to pull this off if they can get the reset sound and stop the pressure. No hit coming in, and even more distance. This is a lot of time wasted if they're pressuring another gen or even resetting here. This could be really good.
True, and unfortunately they do go down. You're right, the survivors have reset Nancy and Ada here. Also, can you tell me why Ada is such a high pick I've recently seen in comp? Is she quieter than more survivors?
She's very quiet. She's very, very quiet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, a lot of people have realized how quiet she is, which is why a lot of teams like running her against Spirit.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
She's pretty quiet. She also has a decent fit for Coldwind maps too.
That's a good point. Yeah, the overcoat.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why she gets picked more often now. Pretty fast pull here onto the ace, and if they can get him out of the gen spread here, this is what they need, because Zello had the pressure there. He had the hook in his 3-gen, but letting Survivor get away now doesn't get the hit either.
Lightburn.
And Lightburn, Zaphis can now make it all the way across away from the gens. If Zello wants to tunnel this, he has to chase away from all of the active generators right now.
True, and this Survivor is one that got the pick earlier, so that probably the Deliverance or Unbreakable.
Yeah,
Very
taking it
interesting.
all the way to the corner, and Zello just has to drop that, which now, if the Survivors play this correctly, if Ada's stealthing right now, then Nancy and Ace can reset for free.
True, and looks like they're back on this generator. They know about overcharge, so that gen is progressing very quickly.
Yeah, Ada gets caught out here, though, which means that this reset is going to waste a lot of time for the Survivors. And, oh, a little bit of juice there from Ada. Taking
A little
some
bit.
distance here.
Medkit on the ground.
Yeah, it's empty. That's a surefire way to know that the medkit's empty now. But I think Zello knows that they're going to be resetting right now, so he has no problem taking this chase.
Doing a really, really good job from the Ada side, though. Yeah, this is going to be a hit in the end. How do you run the 4-wall against Nurse?
Break.
You don't?
I like to just break a lot. If you run at it from the side angle, you can break a lot of LOS on the walls. It's just that if the Nurse ends up walking you down, there's not a whole lot you can do.
Fair, and yeah, we do see an eruption on the side, so we know all the perks now. Trying to get this generator done, but not quite able to, and yeah, this is a hook in a very good spot for the Nurse too. I think this is a similar 3-gen to what the previous Nurse had. Oh wait, never mind. There's no gen back there except this one.
It's not a super
Not quite the same.
but it's there though. And
Oh, that gen's gone.
if Ada had died closer to Crane, I think they would have popped that gen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really unfortunate. That generator at Hill was nearly 80%, and it is completely regressed since then. Survivors are definitely trying.
They have good progress on a couple of gens right now, and they let the unhook happen pretty freely there. This could actually result in 2 gens popping. Ooh, Ace bringing the juice, bringing the heat, and running to Crane. I think if Ace dies like Crane, they get both gens.
Most likely.
Eruption is not applied to either of these gens, although Zello realizing this, leaving and going back to his generator split. He just wants to make sure these don't get done, but the corner gens are pretty close.
They really are. Nobody's touched this one in recent times. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get over here and try and apply overcharge and eruption to it. Yeah, this is kind of slowing down to a more grindy, methodical game. Looks like Nancy a little bit caught out here. However, I don't think they want to hook Nancy. Good Lightburn there as well.
I think they'll take any hook here at this point. Now that they've applied eruption, oh, what the?
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, you can see the eruption came in too on a Survivor, which means that they were not expecting to go down there. I honestly didn't expect her to go down there either, but that Eve and it could be rough. Gen does pop.
Keeps that gen from progressing too much.
That corner gen though was it was like 2.5 pistons through, which is probably like 60-ish%.
Yeah.
And then it got kicked with overcharge, which regressed it probably down to 40 or 50, and then it got progressed and then erupted. So I would assume it's still around like 40% though. That's not even super close.
True.
Yeah. So even with that and taking the tag, this is a rough situation for the Survivors. Although they have split their gens up really well though. That Crane gen is very safe to do.
Very true.
If they can split on these generators.
Also, it looks like they opted for an unhook instead of a deliverance. I'm wondering if maybe the deliverance player is already out of the game.
It's possible.
Yeah, you're right. That generator has about 50% at most on it, and it's going to get kicked again. And with this hook right here, I don't know what Survivors can do. I guess start working on the Crane gen, then hopefully maybe rotate to the other side, but Yeah, this
Seems
is
like
looking
Zello
pretty
has
dire.
this, yeah, Zello's figuring that out too, and I think he's gonna come check on the crane gen now. Although he doesn't have to go too far from his hook, considering he still has a decent gen spread, and he can play around that.
True. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's. Oh, I didn't realize there's one at Shack. Okay, that's the one I was missing then.
Yeah, it's a you don't see it super often on wreckers, but that gen is really annoying to deal with because it's middle of the map. It's connected to gens, any gen spread it's connected to pretty much. So tough to handle. And it looks like Ace might end up dying on hook here. If Ace dies here, it's over for the survivors. But again, it's with no gen pressure, maybe some at crane and that's it.
Right.
They have to go for the hook thing again, which, as we saw last time, didn't work out for them. So it's risky. So much pace.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, and there's the body block, not able to get the last one.
And this this game is looking pretty grim for our survivors here.
Absolutely. Yeah, they might be able to finish the one at crane. Maybe that's the one that Ada's on, but let's see. And actually, all they need to do is if they kill Ada here, I think it's over. But maybe they already used the unbreakable. Yeah, I'm very curious who had the deliverance here. I think the early death might have been the deliverance player because we haven't seen any usage of it.
It's possible, and I would guess that one of the people doubling that gen was it, because usually that's what you do. You put your deli doubling the gen. So, I think that they just didn't leave soon enough for the unhook. Unfortunately.
Yeah, even if they get some outs now, they need the other generators done. Unfortunately, the nurse just had an absolutely incredible start.
The start was really, really big. No gen pop for first chase is always going to put you in a bad spot versus nurse, and then just the amount of injury pressure that added up in the first 5 minutes was just absolutely insane.
For sure. Yeah, this one was really close. Again, we've had some crazy games to start off of the day. This is just the first match, and we've already had some really crazy trials.
Yeah, these have been some really, really good sets from both sides. Like, both teams are showing so much skill and also just the brain power that going into these games. There's been a lot of very large brain plays happening. So
for sure.
Yeah, this was a good set to watch. Good couple of sets.
Indeed. I'm kind of bummed we don't get to go to the third set here because I would love to see some Demogorgon play, but
oh man,
you never know how long Demo's gonna be around.
What map was it?
That's actually a very, very good question. I don't remember off the top of my head. Might have been Dead Dog.
That would have been fun.
Speaking of fun, new night. Best Morian game?
Best Morian game. One of the best Morians in the game. It's hard because I need to compare it to the other Morians. I love the simplicity of Nurse's Morians. I've always loved Nurse's Mori a lot. It's very hard for me to say that there's a Mori better than Nurse's because I like it a lot. But
see, Oni's has been one of my favorites for the longest time.
Yeah, Oni's. I was gonna say Oni's a really good one. The Night one's really good. I like the Nurse one. I think Doctors is also another simple and effective one. I'm trying to think what
True,
else.
Doctors is pretty decent.
Pinheads and Pyramid Heads are both pretty good.
See, I've always found Pinheads lack, anticlimactic. Oh, no, Ada picked out just a little bit too much. These exegates were actually really good for Survivor.
Yeah, if it weren't a Nurse, I think that these are definitely edible versus M1 killers. Versus Nurse, it's possible.
That might have been the play, is identify that the exegates are so bad for killer, and then try and get a fresh out that way. That actually could have done it, but...
Yeah, unfortunately, Ada was not fresh hook and got caught as well, but... Still, they put up a good fight with the start. I think if the start hadn't been so snowbally, they could have definitely turned this around. But Zello just bringing the pressure on, and again, both teams played so well these sets that it's hard to say just both teams played really well. It's as simple as that.
True. Yeah, both of these sides played absolutely out of their minds. It was very, very fun to watch. Maybe a little bit exhausting to cast, but
a little bit exhausting. Yeah. Like if that first DC hadn't come in, I wonder how that first set would have gone, and I wonder if we would have been able to see the tiebreaker here.
It's a fair point. And oh yeah, Ada had the deliverance. They weren't able to get an unhook.
They were the first hook.
No, they weren't able to get the unhook. I think the first unhook was done by Nancy, and Ada needed to get the unhook on Zarina originally, wasn't able to pull it off. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Regardless, really, really well played to both these teams. And with that said, we got another one coming up in just a moment. I actually don't remember who's playing after this. I forget off the top of my head who it was. We have 2 more matches coming today, so this is not the last one. We got one coming up in just about 5 minutes, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Jukebox, I heard you got some plans coming up potentially.
Yes, I want to get back to streaming once my internet gets all sorted out, and I'm gonna be doing a plague win streak on stream. So
Plague win streak?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it.
Okay. What are your rules? I'm curious.
What are my rules? I'm probably gonna just do like the standard, go for the 4K and like who cares about hatch kind of thing, something along those lines.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I've seen you play Plague before. You're pretty cracked, so that's gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm excited. Whenever my internet it gets fixed, I'm gonna hop on that and start the streak. So yeah, over it's Jukebox DbD on Twitch. So hopefully I can get everything sorted out soon because I'm actually very hyped for that.
That sounds really, really fun. So with that said, we'll be back in just a moment. But yeah, I appreciate you coming in, Jukebox. It's great to have you here, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Stay tuned, folks.
That we are at a tie match at the trial. Double gen pop to avoid the deadlock. They do go down. There is a haste status effect. They do have to be careful here. The hatch is going to spawn momentarily. Dead Hard could get them the distance to get it too. Shot.
Really smart play on the ace. Oh my god, getting shot through the window.
No longer have distortion, and they are gonna teleport here. I think they get there in time. Yes!
Oh, the grab! Yes!
Oh my
God!
That is disappointing.
This is be a 4-man out because
Yeah, but they will be able to block this. Yo, getting caught on that. Ace coming with the body block. Oh, they were here.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. Set number 2. I'm sorry, not set number 2. Match number 2 is underway. I still am not thinking correctly after the last one, but regardless, we're back at it. I'm your host, littlerugaard. Joining me today is none other than DbDOpinions. Welcome back. I heard you had some stuff going on behind the scenes.
Yes, I was working on a movie of all things behind the scenes, and that's why I've been on offline for like 2 weeks straight, but it was good. It's all done now, and I hear it might take like a year to get out, so it might be a second before people can see it.
Might be a second before you can talk about that NDA, but
I'm on IMDb now, so like I feel like I have full. I feel like I can just say, hey, it's here.
all right, good stuff. But regardless, we got another match for y'all. It's gonna be Phantom versus Trauma, and we're not taking any breaks here. We're starting right off the bat on Gas 7 with a Blight Mirror.
Ooh, very nice. Love to see it.
Yeah, this is going to be a spicy one to say the least. I don't know about you. I personally can't stand playing Blight on this map, specifically because of the collision, but some people live for it.
Let me just say, I am a console player, so I can't stand playing Blight in general.
I understand that entirely, and unfortunately, I think they missed that second. I'm sorry, that last rush there, because I imagine that would have been a hit, but they get the hit across the pallet regardless. This is a really nice corrupt area too. I just not realized how nice this little 3-gen they have back here is.
Yeah.
Also,
These new tiles, man, I don't know how to approach them.
I don't know either. This one is a horrible one. I believe that if you notice that fire barrel back there still has fat shaming properties, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah. Still? Unfortunately, yeah. And trying to hug that, hoping to get the Blight to hit the pallet instead, but fortunately, Ace will go down. A very early hook here inside the corrupt area, and I believe they might just camp this out to death, just because this is such a nice 3-gen.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past that. It looks like they might be
Oh,
going
wow.
to check on main building real quick, just see if they can catch anyone out of place. Jin with no progress, I think. So
Yeah, I didn't hear anything.
no, we're just
the
on
Jen
the
over
hunt.
there. Yeah, Jen back here is almost done. And I think they might be committing to it. No, they're not.
Ooh, Jin right here with a bunch of progress too.
Very juicy one. Oh, and they do pop the other one. Worth noting that is a pop goes the weasel, and since that gen was just finished, it is also a deadlock. So pop and deadlock are known about. Honestly, pop goes weasel on that gen at 99. Oh, this ace does have life, so they will be able to get a little bit of distance.
Yes. Ace able to get a quick heal as well. They took no time catching him up, and he is already on the move again. I think survivors have a lot of pressure on their hands right now.
They really do, and Light taking a little bit of a roundabout path there. Very interesting, but we'll have to use all their rush tokens to get this pallet gone. And I think we might see this gen in the middle still pop despite the fact of the regression and slowdown on it.
Right.
Oh, trying to body block that. Oh, a little bit of
Hey, look at
huh.
that.
All right. Love a good spectator bug. Okay, thank goodness. I was hoping it wouldn't stay that way the whole time. I can just imagine Blank around T-posing on top of survivors. The amount of
Oh my god.
it's an energy. Oh,
Ooh, can you imagine?
that was a crazy use of that tile and an eruption to boot on that middle generator, pushing a survivor off of it. We know all the killer's perks now, as do the survivors, and this killer's got a really nasty gen setup.
Yeah. That eruption's gonna be super beneficial for them because I imagine that gen there has to be really close, and this gen over here is
Oh,
really
my
close
word.
too.
It is, and Pop Goes Wiz is going to do a number on this one as well. Blight correctly identifying that there is a survivor trying to break this 3-gen over here. Worth noting, Eruption did not get applied to it. It looks like Blight's trying to find this ace, using the double speed add-ons, but the built-in BT is still up, and that means they probably will be able to finish that last generator back there. There is no Eruption on it.
I think you're right, just seconds too early. I imagine he did not have much time left on that BT.
Probably not, and yeah, they do get this down. This will be the tunnel out. But unfortunately, if that Nia stuck around to that gen, even with the 20% off, yeah, it does get popped. And there's a decisive as well.
No way.
Not gonna get a ton of distance here because, you know, it's Blight.
Right.
But that could be a potential 3rd generator despite deadlock.
I know Deadlock was gonna buy him a little bit of time, but with Decisive Strike, that window might be gone.
Yeah, because they finished that gen. The main building one was the one that broke, or that was
goodness.
blocked. Yeah, survivors are in a really good position now. Even if it is a 3v1, this killer has no 3-gen left. Was that a deception?
I'm not sure what that was.
I don't know why it looked like the lockers opened and no one was inside them. But regardless, survivors have a really good gen position. That decisive strike actually being really pivotal there. Really, really well done. Good job getting the slide off of that that rock. Yeah, look how this is the 99 generator that they had, but Pop Goes the Weasel's gonna do a number on it.
That is insane. The amount of pressure they've been able to build this whole time is just really well done.
Absolutely, and taking chase at the shack. Decent progress on this generator.
Yeah,
And they
this gen over here too? That's, oh my goodness.
Eruption on that main building generator as well, so lots of regression coming in here. Like, I'm gonna come over and ensure that there is in fact very little progress, and there is virtually nothing here. Wanting to open up this main building a little bit. To be fair, there are 2 gens left, and this Blight seems to have stabilized a little bit thanks to Pop and Eruption here, but...
Right.
Uh-oh, this Nia went too far.
Yes.
They get the pickup on Nancy, but this is... Are they going for some slug plays here? I'm surprised they haven't gone for a hook yet.
They might just be trying to snowball it because they have a bunch of gens. They might think it's kind of out of control right now, and honestly, I wouldn't blame them.
True, and they do come up with the Claudette instead. Gonna result in probably a tag here. These new tiles are really weird because a lot of them don't have pallets. And it seems like the map
Right.
ends up getting a little bit barren and not having a lot of pallet structures.
Well, everybody's back on their feet.
Everybody's injured too.
Wait, yeah, everybody is injured. Wonder if we're gonna just try to go for some more downs, get some hooks, or if we're just gonna keep trying this slugging tactic here.
Ooh, trying to get a flick around the corner, but not able to. Looks like Claudette was able to reset. Maybe... Not sure if that was inner healing or not.
We have been able to tap all of the gens though, so we could get some possible eruption value.
Sure, I'm just surprised they haven't gone for a hook yet. This is multiple survivors that have been slugged, and maybe they realize the survivors are that close to finishing a generator, they don't want to give them a chance. Very interesting here.
It can be greedy though. I could see it coming back and biting them really hard, but if it does work out for them, that'll be amazing snowball potential.
Yeah, and I think this was the down they're looking for, and getting 2 separate eruption procs, and this is a really quick hook that they can get a hold of. Pop is ready at hand. Virtually no progress on this generator. Also, speed add-ons doing absolute work here for the Blight and letting them just get across the map in record speed.
Right. We're gonna be able to pop this gen here, but I was about to say, I think you need to use that pop, buddy. Then go for the kill.
I remember when they nerfed Pop and it brought everybody up in arms, but then, you know, you had this 39 perk rework, and Pop is not very common these days. I'm kind of surprised that we're even seeing it in this game. And I don't think anybody's complaining that Pop got nerfed now. Remember when it was back at 45 seconds it got nerfed to 30 seconds?
I don't remember that.
I want to say that's how it was, or was it a minute that got regressed to 45 seconds? I forget. They nerfed the amount of time that Pop Goes the Weasel was available.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I forget which one it was, but it was pretty significant at the time.
Yeah, I don't remember
Oh,
it.
man.
30 seconds, just brutal.
For sure. And I'm not really sure what the rush was there, but double eruption, another hook
just
coming
for
in. Yeah, there you go. It's a fun rush.
It's just for fun. Just wanted to show them there. Go ahead, Claudette, look at this.
Yeah, looking around, seeing what I imagine they're probably doubling up, trying to bang out one of these last ones. You want to try and maybe get one more generator done. Having like a 4K at 2 gens up is a pretty brutal result. Oh, and they found a survivor as well. Yeah, this
Nancy
might
ain't
be
gonna
left
have much
out.
over here for her. Yeah. This whole side of the map has become an absolute dead zone, except for this one L here.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing is that they are going back to that corner. There isn't a hook available since one of the servers died over there. That might be their plan. Just go die in corner. They do have a lot of pressure on these generators. Blight constantly having to go back and forth. Nancy gets picked up really quick too. It also might be. I don't remember. Have they hooked Nancy yet? She might be the Deliverance.
Yeah, I don't think Nancy has been hooked yet. I think just Nia and Claudette have been the only ones hooked.
It's entirely possible. Pre-dumping this pallet. Oh my goodness. I would have vaulted. I would have been scared. And they will take the vault here, and they're going into the... Yeah, they're going all the way over here. This could be dangerous as this pallet is gone.
Very. Yep.
Yeah, not
Very
able to
quick
get down. Kick coming in. However, I think that, yeah, I don't think they have time to hook. That other jet across the map is probably ready to pop now. Survivor's doing really, really good. No, it's not ready. Are they working on a third generator somewhere else, maybe?
I would hope so. He seems to be bouncing between these two. It might be smart to kind of branch off and pressure another gen he doesn't know about yet.
Very possible, and a very quick pickup from this Nia. Man, if I didn't know about it, I think these guys had exponential or something, but looks like Claudette doing the Lord's
on top
work.
Of it.
Really have been, for sure. However, Nia...
Full on field medic.
True. Nia here, though, will be possibly going down, and there's a double eruption. Yeah, I think you're safe to hook the Survivor now. Killy's just playing super methodically. They do find a Survivor over here at the shack. Was working on a generator. Oh, good dodge there from the Nancy.
This Nancy being an absolute trooper, just trying her darndest to get this Jin over here done. But, oh, yeah, that's sick, Blight. Show me more.
Right? Yeah, they're just waiting for that eruption to come off cooldown just a little bit. Extra regression coming in from the Nancy as well. Now I think you can go. No, they're like, nah, Nancy, you're gonna sit on that ground. You're gonna bleed out. You're gonna think about what you did for bringing deliverance. Oh my word.
Sounds like possibly both of them over here have been just trying to crank this one out, but just with no luck.
For real though, yeah, just Survivor heading for that reset. They might be able to stop them. Yeah. I don't think Claudette's gonna be able to come over here for the pick. Getting zoned a little bit as well. If Nancy is the deliverance player, they're gonna have to use their unbreakable here, possibly as Claudette's about to go down.
Claudette ain't got much to work with here. Nope. Oh, and
yep, there's the pickup.
Okay, they did get the pickup. It didn't look like it for a second.
It
Little
did.
Standoff.
Nancy's like, hook me, dang it!
I'm leaving you with no choice. Might just drop her. Yep, there you go.
Oh my goodness, they're gonna regret that if Nancy ends up bleeding out. We've had 2 bleed outs today already, so
Oh my goodness.
I wouldn't be taking any chances. Nia getting out of dodge. Oh my word, this game is really spicy.
And remind me, bleed outs are still, that negates any points, any hook points?
You get partial points. You get a
partial
point per hook stage. You don't get the full points.
Okay.
Ooh, good attempt at attack there, but unfortunately not quite able to get it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Nancy's starting to bleed out more and more. Like, you're gonna have to hope that you can find Nancy. If she hides out and bleeds out, that's 3 points you lost.
Right.
I have been seeing this more and more recently. Getting a balanced landing off of that is crazy that happens.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Has that always been that way?
I think it has been, but Survivor's just now really starting to get good at proccing it, because there's not a lot of spots that you can get balanced landing off on these maps, obviously. But
right.
If there's a hill spawn, you got hill. You can do it at shack, and that's about it. So that little dumpster truck tech is about all you have to get balance value, and it's good. It's a good value to get. It's like a pocket sprint burst.
Yeah. And so the hunt begins.
Yeah.
Track down these 2 on the ground and hope they can find them. Oh, found one. It's the Claudette.
Yeah, you found the Claudette.
We wanted to find first.
Yeah, you need to find Nancy. Nancy's got about a minute left on the bleed out timer. If this Survivor bleeds out, that denies the killers 3 points. Because that is a fresh Survivor. I guess that their hope is, oh, nope, they found the Nancy.
Oh.
I'm surprised they were all together in the same area. Yeah, they want to make sure that when they
die on hook.
Yeah, they want to make sure that there's no possible deliverance whatsoever. However, you can't wait forever. Yeah, you actually can't wait forever, because you can stay on the hook for as much time as necessary. And so now they're gonna go to the hatch, but now you can go and unhook the other Survivor. Yeah, this game's not over. Assuming the Survivor has the deliverance. Yep, there is that deliverance.
I was like, we've just been assuming this whole time and we don't even know it.
Yep.
Making a run for it for hatch.
Yeah, but your 10-second timer doesn't last that long. You're gonna force it. Yeah, your 10-second timer doesn't last that long, unfortunately. Very good attempt there from Nancy, but not quite able to make it to that window.
Very close. Would have loved to see it.
That would have been insane. That would have been an absolutely amazing play from the Survivors if that worked out.
Oh, so close to bleeding out too.
True. Yeah, they were ready for we're seeing more bleed out techs coming into play here. But unfortunately for Survivors, that will be the 4K with 2 generators remaining. Very, very strong score coming in for Phantom right off the bat.
Yeah, so wonderful comeback from the Blight. Survivor started really strong, but he managed to tackle that snowball really well. And was able to bounce between those gens, even though they split it up for him. Just the power of Blight and his speed right there.
Absolutely, yeah. The double speed add-on is just making short work of that, because that map is really large for most killers that don't have some kind of mobility. But yeah, able to bounce around, get everything they needed to. And yeah, they Nancy was in fact. They even had Will Make It as well, so possibly why those quick resets. Yeah, there's no real crazy speed on the Claudette, so they were just there for the pickups always and getting resets. Oh, they did have inner healing though, so
Good on them.
Yeah, really, really good play there from the survivors. But unfortunately, Blight just does Blight things, and they will take the W there in trial number 1. But again, it is a Blight mirror. We do have another round of this to go. But with that said, we'll take a short ad break here. In the meantime, again, we appreciate all the viewership from you guys, all the bits, all the subs, all the ads that you watch. Help us greatly on the back end, keep things going, and help support the prize fund at the end of the season. But with that said, we'll be back in just a moment, folks.